Wall Ties and Forms Incorporated, designers and manufacturers of premier aluminum forming systems, is concerned about your needs as a construction industry contractor. Throughout this presentation, we will demonstrate step by step the speed and benefits of our forming systems and how our system can be utilized to save you both valuable time and money. During site preparations and excavation, it is important that the excavators be required to prepare the site as level as possible to facilitate the footing preparation and placement. Sufficient working room must also be left to give workers ample space to set the wall ties forms. According to established schedule, the footing crew arrives and, after identifying the property boundary survey pins, proceeds to lay out the footing. Location stakes and string lines mark the area so the crew can dig and form the footing. Once the footing forms are square and level, the concrete can be placed in the footing. Ideally, the footing should be level within 1/2 inch. A level footing will speed up the process of setting the aluminum form system. As early as the next day, outside corner points are located on the footing, and chalk lines mark the locations where forms are to be set. The wall ties aluminum forms are then rapidly removed from the trucks and placed into the excavated area. Wall ties forms are easily handled by one man, which saves you time and labor costs. The forms are then pre-positioned along both sides of the footing in the approximate locations of their use. The forms are then set to the chalk lines. It is suggested that you commence the form setting at a corner location. Proceed by hanging the steel ties on pins placed through side rails of both outside and inside corners. When the forms are set on both sides of the wall ties aluminum forming system will stand by itself. We recommend that 5 ties are used for a wall 8 feet high. However, many contractors use only 4 ties. You will also notice that the wall ties aluminum forms do not require nailing to the footing. The wall ties forms will not spread or move, thus eliminating the need for additional hardware like metal angles or wood nailers. Wall ties aluminum forms are 3 feet wide instead of 2 feet. This allows one man to set 50% more wall with wall ties forms. In addition to the time that this saves, fewer forms, ties, and accessories are needed. The wall ties forms are designed to be extremely versatile. The system allows the panels to be set easily and pinned in most any configuration. Wall ties can be easily stacked to produce a wall to whatever height desired. Since we recommend that the forms be set across from one another, the reinforcing steel is inserted horizontally through the end of the forms. The steel rebar then rests in the notches provided on the wall tie steel tie. Wall tie steel ties may also be manufactured with 3 rebar notches if desired. You will notice that the wall ties forms can be climbed like a ladder to expedite the setting of this form system. Wall ties forms are compatible with many other forming systems, should this be required. Additionally, we specialize in custom designing forms that you may need to meet your specific requirements. Steel whaler brackets are placed in the top hole of the form at each form joint. Lumber is forced into the whaler bracket to straighten the top of the wall. Whaler boards are required on only one side of the wall, and usually only at the top. The wall ties aluminum forming system is essentially self-plumbing, as long as the footing is relatively level. Tape measurements are then made along each wall segment to assure squaring of the wall. Diagonal measurements are also checked. Corrections are made by adjusting the position of the wall ties forms. The corners are set and lined, and the bottom of the forms are lined. Wall ties forms are extremely functional and will receive any windows or wood framing. In preparation for pouring of the concrete, the forms are then sprayed with a form release agent. Aluminum forms are essentially maintenance-free, and with reasonable care can be used a minimum of 2,000 times. It is not uncommon for wall ties forms to be used for 10 years or more. However, when the forms do wear out, the inherent value of the material allows them to be resold, oftentimes for more than the initial cost. When the forms have been set, the ready-mix trucks arrive to commence concrete placement operations. The strength of the forms allows placement of the concrete at virtually any rate it can be displaced by the supplier's truck pump. The concrete is then puddled to assist in consolidation. With the wall ties aluminum form system, the forms are then filled all the way to the top. The excess concrete is then screeded off the top, and the 8-foot wall is leveled to within 1/2 inch because of the level footing. Before the concrete hardens, anchor bolts are placed in accordance with proper design practice. Very little diagonal bracing is required with the wall ties forms. The aluminum forms will remain rigid and stable. The form crew can strip the forms from the wall the next morning. The wall ties form removal operation takes just a short time. Wall bracing and wailering is removed, wedges are removed from pins, and the pins removed from the side rails. The forms come off the wall and stacked neatly on the form truck. This removal process is labor-saving because one man is disassembling 50% more forms versus 2-feet systems. The wall ties can be easily broken off with a standard carpenter's hammer. Notice the quality of the finished concrete wall. The wall is more attractive because there are fewer seams. The vertical seams are fine and less noticeable due to the tight-fitting forms. In short, when compared to other forming systems, the quality of the wall surface is much higher when using the Wall Ties aluminum forming system. At Wall Ties, we want your business and are willing to work hard to earn it. You can always count on straight answers, prompt attention, and top-notch service from our dedicated professionals. We invite you to visit us for your own personal on-site inspection. We are confident you will find our forms and accessories of the highest quality. Invest in the future with us. Wall Ties and Forms Incorporated.